throw it, they're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Looking for space. It's Kelly. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down.
Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Oh, he's got a chance. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. The quick out. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run the toss. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Duck. At the 45 on its way. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quick release by the QB. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Get set.
Now on the option. Quick toss. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
He's looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Buckeyes buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets...
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout, run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is good. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat him, a 5-point lead here in the 4th. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Right on target this time. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. To the line quickly, they'll spike it to save some time. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Shows him the stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Gotta find a completion on this one. Snagged in the middle, it's Porter. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game.
What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Bruins will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Scarlet Knights offense takes the field for the first time today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
That's reeled in. It's Rivers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Looking for a gap. It's Kelly. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Guys, let's talk just for a second about Rutgers. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28th.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Scarlet Knights, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bruins offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking left. It's caught downfield. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Makes the catch. It's Rivers. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rutgers!
And how about the aggressiveness by this offense? Everyone thinking fourth and short. They're going to run the football. No, they take the big shot down the field. Everybody crowding the line of scrimmage. The offense, high risk, high reward, makes the huge touchdown play.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll line up for a second down play. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Flores. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wide receiver comes in motion. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. The run from the shotgun. Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Bruins are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be 4th down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. And he has had this offense clicking on all cylinders the entire game. The passing game absolutely firing on all cylinders. And best of all, they've protected the football. Runs through a tackle.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Pressure coming. Looking for a big gain. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Hard running there. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After run, now throw. Here's the pressure. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back on. And what a show we've seen from the man behind center. He's been turnover free. They're moving the ball up and down the field. A really mature performance.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
So now it's second and long. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
He wants to throw it again. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's got it inside the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Scarlet Knights getting set on first and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
What we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start.
Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's caught inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Scarlet Knights are threatening in the red zone. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to swing it on second down. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that lead grows even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Scarlet Knights will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Slithers into space. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step. 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. On the move. Breaks the tackle. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Bruins will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40.
42.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snags it. Touchdown, Rutgers. And the stomping has commenced. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. RPO complete to open the drive. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He'll do it himself. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Trying to pound their way in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Barrels ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intent.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bruins. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. And the Scarlet Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
The Scarlet Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Scarlet Knights will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The play action fake. Dances away. Still on his feet at the 40. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. The Bruins are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. And And the QB has more than had his way just lighting up the secondary and the scoreboard, Jesse.
Yeah, and Brees, talking to the coaches coming into this one, they felt like they had a real opportunity in this game to throw the football with success, understanding just how talented their quarterback is. And he's really answered the bell. He's done a really nice job with his decisions. He's played on time. He's been accurate. And this offense has been up and down the field in large part because of how well their quarterback is playing.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Running into the open space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He wants to go deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Scarlet Knights are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Lions. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the punishment has been extended. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. It's complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out for the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Got the quick pass. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Takes takes a hit as he fires. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Wants to pass. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, UCLA! Fitted in the window for the score. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And Dave, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. This quarterback has been locked in, and he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, this guy's virtually unstoppable.
Finding an escape route. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. He's going to run it. Turning it on! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The defense had the stop. They were about to get the ball back, but the critical mistake puts the offense back on the field with 1st and 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Scarlet Knights need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Bruins are in the hurry up. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. This defense will try to keep everything in front. To the air on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Looking to take a shot. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. He'll set up to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.